Hi everyone, this is Nick Jeffries of New Projects and you're watching New Weekly, episode 6. Well, that was a big improvement. The site was a lot cleaner. The carpet was taken up and the rear mansard, they're starting to fiberglass.
These investment opportunities that, for example, Bradley's looking at, you've got to be quite active. Because otherwise they just go, don't they?
So this is all the information we need, which goes to the QS to price up, to give the client or give the architect a detailed breakdown on the price. We've already quoted the 2 new build houses, or how many apartments?
6 apartments.
Or 6 apartments.
But when we go for the big job, it's important to have professionals on. When you do big tenders, you have to show your management team. So it's important to show that we are employing professionals and supporting you going to uni.
Yep.
Let's go.
So this morning I'm flying solo. Zoltan is in the office with Jemima and Izzy. Zach is on site in Aylesbury with Jubei. Anthony is in our Luton office. I'm going to be meeting them this afternoon. I've got to head over to Watford to see a new prospect, which I'm told we are 99% over the line with a project, I think, to build 2 new build houses. So this is going to be a nice little project for New. Where is it? I think it is in Hackney. So a little bit outside of our local zone, but it's a nice project. I think the build cost is circa 700k maybe. I'm not quite sure, but I think it's about 700. So at the moment, I'm heading up Fulham Palace Road in Fulham towards Crabtree Lane, because remember last week we went to Crabtree and I was a little bit disappointed because it was messy. The carpets were still down. I'm told it's up. I'm told the site is a lot cleaner. Let's go and have a look to see if it is true. So one thing we can see, the carpet is all up and it's exposed some original tiles. I reckon they've been down there a good 80 to 100 years. Still waiting for the bifolds. They're on order, 6 weeks. The lantin, I think we've got about a 4-week lead time for that. All this needs to be removed. But in general, the site's a lot cleaner and tidier. Well, that was a big improvement. The site was a lot cleaner. The carpet was taken up and the rear mansard, they're starting to fiberglass and it's a lot, well, just a lot cleaner and tidier. So I'm happy. It's not perfect, still a long way to go, and we need to get moving. There's lack of bodies on site. I'm told 3 boys are going to be turning up within the next hour, so that's going to be 4 bodies on site. We'll see. Let's see what happens next week. So I'm just outside a viewing in Hammersmith, which I will walk around with the client. I'll take some video, and this one I think is a kitchen extension and full refurb of a terraced house. So let's take a look. I don't know how much content I can get. Maybe the client won't be too happy with me recording, but I'll take some.
So, yeah, exactly. So to bring this out as far as we're allowed, which seems to be a standard.
Yeah.
This distance. So exactly, we bring it out to here, get rid of the middle wall,
Yeah.
make this open plan kitchen area. Actually, we can push the back.
What, bifolding doors from?
Yes, some sort of something with.
Yeah.
Exactly. Nice big glass area.
Yeah.
And then obviously create a nice new kitchen in, probably be on this wall and island in the middle.
Yeah. Taking out all the internal walls down here.
So these guys are going to go out.
Yeah.
Exactly. Then in here, it's mainly cosmetic. So we can see we've got the delightful
Yeah. Yeah. Do you want to keep this in or take all this out?
Yes, I think we want to keep it. But
Yeah.
obviously we want to redecorate.
Yeah. Keep the fireplaces in.
We want to see if it's possible to take this one out, the rest out. And I know it depends on what next door have done, probably a little bit.
You can take it out because you don't share their chimneys. You've got your own chimneys up on the roof. It works out about 2.5k per chimney.
Right.
Because this is all steel, and then all this brickwork comes out.
Yeah.
But it does free up, and it creates a little bit more extra square footage.
Because they're not super. We're expecting to have to take maybe a little bit of the kitchen to do that.
Yeah.
But sort of location-wise.
Yeah.
So we have to take a foot or 2 foot of that to fit.
It makes sense, and doesn't have to be too big, does it? Eye-catching thing, is it?
No, exactly. So, main bedrooms there. What we're going to do is basically turn this into one massive master suite. So we'd have to close this.
Yeah. So just got in the car after the viewing, and lovely couple. They want a kitchen extension, opening up all the ground floor. On the first floor, they want to block off the second bedroom and family bathroom, and then opening up the master into one bedroom ensuite with walk-in wardrobe. So that's going to be really nice. And then in the loft, they want to carve the loft space up into 2 bedrooms. They don't have any kids. They just want more space and somewhere for their family to stay when they come over for the weekend. So at 11 o'clock, we are heading over to see another project, which is a new build property in Britannia Road, Fulham, which is just on the borders of Chelsea, opposite Chelsea Football Club. So we're just heading over there now, and I don't know too much about it. I've been sent the plans. I've been told it stacks up, and this one is going to be for a joint venture project where New will be the delivery partner. We'll be teaming up with maybe 1 or 2 high net worths who will be funding the deal. So this could be quite a promising opportunity, and as I said last week, we want to do more of these. We want to build our brand, getting into developments. So New will be building out for our own projects. This weekend I did nothing. I was in the house chilling out. I started a series called Succession on Sky, and I was told by Mrs. Jeffries I must watch it because it's about a very wealthy family in America, and the main guy owns a media company. I guess it's a bit like Rupert Murdoch, and his family a little bit dysfunctional. You know, he's got 3 boys, 1 girl, and they run the empire as well. They're like CEOs, and you know, they all run certain parts of the departments of this big media empire, worth billions. But they are all very dysfunctional, very, very dysfunctional. But you know, it's quite interesting. It's kept me quiet for 2 days. I must have watched series 1 and series 2. And now all I've got to watch now is series 3 next week. And I don't usually watch these box sets because I've got better things to do. But do you know what? I was wiped out last week, and I just thought I'm not gonna do anything, even though I had 2 projects come in over the weekend. One of which we will be visiting this week. But yeah, it's been a good weekend. I feel very, very charged up, ready to go. The last couple of weeks I haven't been sleeping properly, but last night I slept like a baby, and I'm ready to go. So I'm just standing outside Britannia Road in Fulham, and this is the development opportunity on with Knight Frank, and it is right opposite. So you got Chelsea Football Club just there, and we've done a few projects a bit further up there in Britannia Road, like a standard Fulham terraced house, but this one is very unusual. It's literally down there, and they've got planning to build a subterranean house with an internal courtyard. So we're just waiting for the estate agent to turn up to show us around, and it's a bit of an odd one, isn't it? Very odd. It's definitely going to be limited who's going to be interested in this kind of project. I guess the bonuses are you're on the verge. Literally, you got Chelsea on this side of the road and Fulham on this side of the road. You got New Kings Road down that end, and you got Fulham Road here. Don't know, it's a tough one really. Pound per square foot is definitely going to be affected because it's going to be mostly underground, but we shall see.
Okay, and that was over to you. Okay, brilliant. I'll pop that over to you and give you a call back. Oh, thank you. Bye-bye.
Let's go. So I'm just outside one of our old jobs we finished last year. So this is a large kitchen extension for a community centre in Richmond.
So we said we said it needs another. So what? I think what's happened is obviously I think
Got a few leaks we got to sort out.
It would be if we put another fiberglass layer there, and then another top coat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There is some staining from that one as well.
Yeah.
It's not just coming in, I mean, you can obviously see
Yeah.
it.
That's it.
I mean, that's why we haven't done any touching up, because it's all around this sky.
Yeah.
It's particularly bad with skylight.
So I've just had a WhatsApp from Bradley, and Bradley is making an offer on Wandsworth Bridge Road today, and I've said to him, once he gets his offer accepted, we can do a full
Tender, yeah.
tender.
Yeah.
Because I said to him yesterday, it's like a numbers game, isn't it? He needs to offer on multiple projects weekly. Because it's exactly what we're doing on the construction, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
It's not worth spending so much time getting the numbers and, not offering on these properties, because the offer may not get accepted anyway.
Yeah.
And he knows what it needs to come in at to make his, I think it's like 25% minimum for the investors. So it's all like a numbers game. So that's that. So I'm going to send that to him. And then the guy who owns Ellaby Street up the road, the one I viewed 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
He may want to do a joint venture. So instead of Bradley finding a seed investor, the owner may put in the land. Bradley's got his own fund to kickstart the build. So that's looking pretty promising, actually. And then the one I saw yesterday in Britannia Road, that's 2,500 square foot. I thought it was a new build. It's not a new build. It's literally, you go down an alleyway and it's like, well, it's like an old gym. It's like, you saw the video, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Did you see the video? It's like reinforced concrete shell.
I didn't see the video. No, I didn't see.
It's like
where was?
Particular beer.
Did you go? Did you?
It's particular for G.
No, I just walked. Yesterday morning, I literally just walked around. I had 3 viewings, and I was literally walking around filming myself.
Yeah.
And it's quite a nice little viewpoint, isn't it? Because it looks like, rather than a big camera, it's like it's getting what I'm looking at.
Because to be honest, these investment opportunities that, for example, Bradley's looking at, you've got to be quite active. Because otherwise they just go, don't they?
Well, but you've got to put the offers in.
Yeah,
because,
exactly, yeah.
What's the point of waiting for the perfect time when you've got everything in place and the investors? Because guess what? The price needs to come down, quite a lot to get the percentage working for the investor.
100%.
So
I'm just going to make a call to Ant.
Yeah, make a call to Ant.
Yeah, bloody, we had a nightmare yesterday, didn't we?
Yes. So,
Someone's after us.
So
Ant,
we've
you
had,
okay? Yeah. So if you're just running through with him, all the, that's all our end use bank account details. But just go through it with him before he makes a payment, so he just doesn't send his money to a wrong account. Yeah. Say to him, I don't want to say too much. Say, bloody hell, mate. You know what? He's just been a lucky, innit?
I think from now on, when we send an invoice, we always confirm via WhatsApp.
Yeah, that's
a two-step verification thing.
So basically, no, that's fine, and so give him a call whenever he calls you, and just let us know when he's made the payment, and then we'll check our accounts. It's all done then. Yeah, no worries, mate. Perfect. Okay then. Okay, bye. So what happened yesterday was bloody one of our clients. Unfortunately, we've had some bloody happen sometimes, spam emails, and someone's hacked into our email, and they bloody forged a couple of invoices from our suppliers even, and our client unfortunately paid some money of like quite a large amount of money into a wrong account. The client made a payment, so someone's acted as one of us from NU saying, "Oh, can you make a payment?" It's from my email address.
Well, it's not exactly. It's a little bit different.
So with projects, the E, they've done it with an A.
They've done it a little. They've changed it. So if someone hasn't checked it thoroughly, it looks like it's come from Zach or me.
Yeah, and obviously, look, at the end of the day, we've got duty of care for our clients anyway. So like, it is what has happened, but you know, we've just got to be, all of us got to be a bit careful, ain't we?
So if I get it right, you know, the client made a payment, was not supposed to pay, obviously.
No.
And paid where?
He paid it into a wrong bank account.
Yeah.
Which is not a wrong, because somebody
sent it. Yeah. So basically, someone's hacked into
our back with the bank.
So that's that. You know, all the banks are a bit different, ain't they? I don't know how that works.
Yeah. No. It's a Mozone or Mozono account.
Yeah. I don't really know.
Monza. It's a Monza account. So it's happened to me about 4 years ago. But it takes so long to get the process through the account with these payments. You've got plenty of time to get it back. So the client will be getting his money back.
Yeah.
But it's a lesson. It's a lesson to all of us. We've got to be aware, because every day I'm getting emails from all over the place to say, click this link, do this. It's just
because when you open a spam, then obviously you don't know what you're really clicking. You click it, and they can hack into your. It's bloody.
I think maybe we just have to be alertory to when you tell every client, because they possibly not developed with that. Nobody teach them, so they treat.
Yeah. Look,
if it's a big money involved, it has to be at least what Nick said.
You got to remember, our client, is a really good client. Look, at the end of the day, he got told and he paid. He thought, we've got to make this payment. So, he is a credible client, which obviously he understands cash flow, making payments. But on his side, where he's been so kind, unfortunately, he's been
a bit naive as well.
Bit naive.
Because why would you send a payment when you've already been sending payments to New to another bank? It wasn't even a Barclays account number. It was a Monza bank account number with a Barclays name. So originally the Barclays rejected it.
Crazy.
Yes, that's a good thing. But at least it would be like this second verification thing. What you said.
Yeah.
We can create your own. Like, just if somebody has like this kind of emails, then he can call in, or they can send them on another platform, and so it would be not weird.
They actually don't have any Walker's crisps in there, like they said in the there's none.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so on the news this morning, there's been a technical issue with Walker's crisps on the computers, and they haven't been producing so many. So now there's a shortage in the UK
for crisps
of Walker's crisps.
That's a good thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
At least I won't be snacking.
And now people are now buying Walker's crisps, bulk buying, and they're selling them on eBay for £8 a pack.
Wow.
So on Radio 1 this morning, there's people who have bought 30, 40, 50, 60 packs just to hoard them. Why would you do that? But is it a clever marketing thing from Walker's, like toilet rolls? They're running out, so everyone's going to buy crisps.
And we'll talk about it.
It's crazy.
The best way to market.
Wow.
Bloody crazy.
Somebody had a good idea.
Wow.
So that, what you up to anyway?
So like you can see, we've had quite a few new tenders come in over the last couple of days and end of last week.
Yeah.
So we're just going through them. So we're going to get some tenders back today. Couple of them back today. Probably majority of them back today and tomorrow. Yeah, that's it really. Some good leads have come in. Good opportunities have come in.
You know, these are just the ones over the weekend.
Yeah.
One,
exactly. Yeah.
2, 3, 4.
And we've got 10 Holland Park Road. We're very, very close to signing it up. I mean, Nick, very, very close.
A mega deal.
So we've got a meeting hopefully tomorrow with them guys, and we can sign that up. So that opportunity is a really good opportunity, and plus, you know, they're really keen, the client, to get us on board, work with us. We sent them the revised numbers last week, and they seem, we haven't had a verbal conversation about it, but they seem quite positive through our WhatsApp group chats.
Very positive.
And very positive. I think they sent some design photos of what they want. Freddie replied back.
But there was my phone was binging like at 12 o'clock last night. It was going bing, 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 bing. I had to turn it off because it was the client WhatsApping us about images.
So really, really excited on that job to get going, get up and running. Obviously, there's quite a few hurdles on that project. We've got to do like things like party wall notices and a bit of the design, but nevertheless, we can get the site hoarded up, set up, cabins, welfare, health and safety sorted. Obviously, we've got to apply for the F10.
Off the back of that project, that will take us to the next level. Because if we want... Well, it's got to be a £25 million house when it's finished.
Yeah, absolutely.
So can you imagine once showing the journey via YouTube and social media, that is, people are going to buy into that. So you know, currently we're showing what we've got at the moment. We got houses in Fulham, South Kent,
commercial
Putney,
jobs,
Wimbledon. You know, we got there all right. They're fine, but they're not game changing deals for us, are they?
Yeah, and another one is a game changer. Is Project Henley, which is a grade 2 listed building. A really impressive. So we're close with that really as well. It's just design, isn't it, at the moment?
That'll be next year.
So we've got a couple of good jobs, big jobs coming up.
Yeah.
And
you know what we want to do. Listen, we've got the jobs coming in. We just need to build our professional team.
Exactly.
We need to get some good
to be honest, look,
managers.
we've got a list of project managers here. We had a good interview with a few project managers last week. We've got a list of project managers here. We had a good couple of good interviews last week. Hopefully we can carry some this week and next week. And then because on the big jobs we need a really good project manager who can understand. You know, if anyone's watching this out there, programs, method statements, risk assessments, who understand commercially, who can look after the job, and if they find findings, you know, for us commercially, making sure that, you know, we're not losing money on the project and liaising with the client. That's important. So, you know, it's a good message to put out there. If there is any guys out there,
we want great people.
Yeah, senior project manager role.
But what we don't want, we want great people, skilled people, but we don't want that person just out for the quick fix money.
No, exactly. We want someone who's got a bit of flair.
Entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Hustler. Because we're all hustlers, we're all entrepreneurs, we're all business people. We want someone to come in and join our team, so it can drive us to the next level.
100%, definitely.
You know,
definitely.
so you can run your own department in New. You can take over 3 or 4 jobs. You know, maybe we're going to build the next Shard in 10 years' time. Who knows?
Exactly.
We need a good team. So the guy Connor from Portsmouth, his mate, I sent you his CV via WhatsApp.
Yeah, you did. Yeah,
he's quite good. You know, so he's
very
entrepreneurial. Comes from where I come from. He wants to join New as a sort of mobile project manager to take care of some of these little jobs around here. So I think we have a look. And tomorrow, I think we've got 3 interviews tomorrow, and we had Olga last week. So it's all good.
Yeah, so I think you know what, I think naturally people will just come naturally. That's what happens. When you're growing your business and I think when you are looking for the next project managers, you tend to, you know, we might go to a stage where we're sort of finding managers and they might not fit for this business.
Exactly.
But
it's trial and error, isn't it?
Yeah, and then eventually you do. same thing with the contractors, you know, like you go through like that spill where you have good contractors, then you've got some poor contractors. They're not really poor contractors, it's just that they can't work at that level. They don't understand health and safety. They don't understand that they've got to, you know, do this, do that. You know, it just doesn't, you know, because a lot of, even our domestic jobs, a lot of these general builders that work, they work without any high vises. We don't do that though. All our guys need to wear high vises. You know, we're professional contractor. We need to show that we take, you know, we take health and safety is the most important, because HSE can turn up anytime on site. Anytime. You can have a HSE inspector who's looking at a £20 million project down the road, but you're doing a £100,000 project, and they've decided, you know what, they can come through, have a look, and stop your site.
Exactly. And that's one thing we need to get our health and safety up and up. Did those welfare boards turn up? Not the welfare, the CDM boards.
I believe they have, yeah. They're probably in the office, they have there. Oh my God, I forgot the GoPros, innit?
Oh.
Yeah, tomorrow, yeah. So they're in the office, so we could bring them in.
Yeah.
All right.
So I agree, yeah. Health and safety, but I think the boards have turned up. I'll get you to get the van and bring it around.
Cool.
What we'll do is we'll bring him here, leave him here.
Stock out. We got the whole basement down there to stock up with anything and materials here.
Yeah, exactly. Door. Yeah, next door. Yeah.
So that I've asked Viral to clear it all out. Once that's cleared out, we can use that for material. Just store it.
Exactly.
All the materials.
Yeah.
Let's go. So I just want to go over what is needed before we price a job up correctly. So what I've got here is a tender pack from an architect who has invited New to price for a project, and this project is a terraced house, and it's got planning to build a loft conversion mansard, a kitchen extension and a full refurbishment. So as I said, this is all the documents we need to price the job up correctly. I'm just going to go through them with you. So that's just like a covering letter to let us know what's included in the tender. Here they've given us samples for what alarm system to use. These are all the mechanical and electrical schedules, i.e. heating, plumbing and electrical. Look at all this, look. This takes time and money to produce. Schedules for M&E. Structural calculations, i.e. this is for the steels and beams for the kitchen extension and loft conversion, done by an independent structural engineer. Would have taken about a week or two. What drawings are these? Some more architectural drawings. Could be AV drawings. So speakers, televisions, audio visual, Crestron, Lutron, whatever they're going to specify. Done by a third party, I think. The joinery package. So every house will have some kind of joinery, whether it be in the bathrooms or bedrooms or kitchens. So these are all the joinery, under the stairs joinery, home study joinery, balustrades, wardrobes, walk-in wardrobes here. Again, this project is quite detailed for just a terrace house. That's a big joinery package. I'm just guessing, but that could be 50, 60 K's worth of joinery in there, easily. Kitchen layouts. So this just goes straight to the kitchen supplier, and it tells you where the sockets are and all the electrical inlets and outlets for the water. A full architectural design package with the insulation, You know, look at it. Pages after pages of pages of drawings. Architectural design. Flooring layouts. So this tells us what flooring goes where. So carpets in the bedrooms, timber in the extension, tiles in the bathrooms, gives us a square meterage, easy to read, easy to understand. Big house. It's a big house. So Zach's going to be pricing this one up this week, and we are viewing on Wednesday at 11:30. More electrical plans, where all the points are, all the downlighters, all the sockets. Look at it, if you can see, the electrical circuits. Big house. Bathroom elevations and details. Where the light's going, where the tile's going, where the sanitary ware is, the heights, the levels. Electric towel rails, electric underfloor heating. Tons and tons of information. Existing drawings. So when the architect first goes in there, they do a measured survey. This is what they produce, the existing drawings first. And here we have got the ironmongery. So details of handles, sockets, hinges, switches. As you see, this is a pretty contemporary and detailed pack. So it's not 5 minutes. So when someone says to New, can you give us a price of my build cost? Well, what we can do at the early stages, we give prices, estimates based on our experience doing past projects. And we can sort of, if you give us the existing drawings, or we get the existing drawings from, I don't know, the estate agent's details off Rightmove, we can guess how big the extension's going to be, the loft conversion, the internal layouts, and we can work on it based on, as we've discussed before, pound per square foot for build costs. Remember what I said? Subprime, prime, super prime. This one is in North London in a lovely area, so I reckon this is going to be sort of a prime area. Average £250 to £300 a square foot, if you're going to include all the joinery and everything. So this is all the information we need, which goes to the QS to price up, to give the client or give the architect a detailed breakdown on the price. And this is called a tender pack. So I hope this information is helpful, and we'll catch up soon. Let's go. So that lady who's got the wedding shop next door,
yep,
she has got it's got to be 2,500 square feet house on the way in. It's Putney Vale.
Yeah.
And it's got planning for a big loft conversion and I think a side return. But I think she only wants the loft conversion.
It sounds like she just wants a shell core done and then get another firm to do the sort of the fit out work.
Yeah.
But that doesn't really matter because we usually price up to first fix anyway, because clients are a little bit fussy. We're not sure what they want for second fix.
Yeah, and there's a local builder who's been doing a lot of work in the same street, who has been working with her on the structure side of things.
Yeah.
But we're going to get in, when we get past this, we're going to
left
go,
lane, yeah,
down here.
Sorry, yeah.
But because she's a single woman and she's very nervous.
Yeah.
She doesn't trust anyone.
She feels comfortable probably because you're her neighbour.
That's right.
We're her neighbour, and she's known you for like over 10 years.
She's worried we're going to come in expensive, which she can't have the best of both worlds. And do you know what?
The problem is the fact that a lot of people are still living like a couple of years ago. To be honest, COVID has actually affected a lot of these prices increases.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of other factors as well. I'm not just blaming COVID, but client, you know, when you give someone a price, they think, bloody hell, that's expensive. When they do get a couple of quotes together, costs, construction costs, then they realise, bloody hell, it is costing this much.
But she's not skinned. That house has got to be worth 600, 700, 800k. She's got 3 apartments in Dubai.
Wow.
So she invests in Dubai. She's from Dubai, so she got a few, 3 or 4 over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just. I know she's struggling at the moment because the wedding industry, because she owns a wedding shop, the wedding industry is pretty slow. So she's not turning over big money anymore.
Yeah.
I remember when she first opened the place, she was doing 30 grand a month.
Wow. In sales, in turnover.
30 grand a month. So at the moment, her business and the shop is on the market for. She wants to sell it for 480. So business and shop. So our unit, we can buy that for 430, and our unit's bigger. But with hers, you're going to buy her
business.
Concern.
Yeah. And the commercial space as well.
Yeah, it's a good little business for a lady who wants a wedding business, because it's in a great area.
Absolutely, yeah. I wonder where she gets all her wedding dresses from and things. She must get it from abroad somewhere.
Yeah. She makes 100% margin on her dresses.
A business like that, she probably would have like a stake in it for the next like a year, because she has to give all her
probably has to hang on to get all her contacts.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
But she doesn't believe in. Well, she doesn't understand digital marketing. She doesn't understand social media. She doesn't understand anything like, and that's why she's suffering, because her competition are creating content, paid content.
Exactly.
Free content. You got to do something, haven't you? Can't rely on yellow pages anymore.
Look at that.
It's a load of glass, isn't it? That's prefabricated, isn't it?
Prefabricated, yeah. Yeah.
So this guy we're going to go and see now, he is an ex-banker. We've already quoted the 2 new build houses, or how many apartments?
6 apartments.
Or 6 apartments in Clapham. And now we're heading over to Tooting to see 2 terrace houses in the same street, owned by his family, and he wants kitchen extensions, loft conversions, full refurbs on both of them. So this is a great contact, isn't it?
Fantastic contact.
And he's up for doing more JV opportunities.
You know, and where we're sort of focusing on doing the JVs and our own developments, and that's the kind of clientele we want.
Yeah.
And opportunity to be getting funding released to us. So definitely 100%. And I think he, like us, when I spoke to him about his the 6 apartments, either he builds 2-bed house, 2 3-4 bed houses, knocking the existing house down, or he builds 6 apartments. And now it's more feasible that he does the 2.
Just 2. Keep it in the terrace.
Keep it in the terrace. I reckon you'll be able to sell it for quicker. And I think flats actually tend to sit on the market for a lot longer.
Yeah, and you're not creating any more square footage by having flats. You're decreasing the square footage because you got communal areas.
100%. So he's quite open, and he said, look, what he's trying to do is mainly go into developments and JV with a contractor, and go into sort of partnership. So let's see how it goes, and it could create another opportunity, can't it?
Amazing.
Yeah. So,
and also this guy you spoke to today, your mate.
Yeah. So
he sounds a bit Arabic to me, doesn't it?
Yeah. So we've got another opportunities that's coming. That seems like we can JV. It's very early days.
Yeah.
We're looking to meet them probably tomorrow or Monday. Most likely tomorrow, but yeah, it could be another opportunity.
Exactly.
Funding, and also
a little seed can turn into a massive oak tree.
Exactly.
You don't know, dear. And by getting all these leads and opportunities, and just putting our names out there.
I think we're good at creating the opportunity.
Yeah.
And the main thing is once an opportunity is created, you basically fulfill the opportunity. You get it over the line. So it's like this. I think I think he likes us. It's just to get the numbers right for him. And to be honest, you always got to be fair and realistic on the numbers, because sometimes what the clients hear and see or believe and read things about online, and it's not true. You know, it's like developments. A lot of people who are going to developments are thinking, say, a lot of professionals, like I've seen over the years, where doctors, lawyers, you know, they've made a lot of money in the industry, they've got their own practice, and then what they want to do is go into developments. They're thinking you're going to make 30%. But you don't make your 30%. It's very rare unless you buy an off-market deal.
Yeah, and he's bought it really, really well.
Really well. But if, for example, you're only going to make a 30% margin if you bought land which you took a risk on, got planning for it.
Exactly.
It increased the value of the land.
100%.
That's the only way you're going to make your big margins. But it's very hard to find them this day and age, because all the big boys out there, like your big, massive, you know, companies that bank land, they see an opportunity, they grab it.
But they got land agents out there hunting deals down full time on probably 50, 60, 70, 80 grand a year plus bonuses.
100%.
So we just parked up and walking to meet the client and his wife. So I'll see if I can take some video of the two projects. 2 terrace houses, 2 loft conversions, 2 mansards, 2 full interior refurbishments.
The radiators and stuff. There's all, this is probate sort of thing, so there's all the stuff in there.
Okay, yeah.
So while they were coming to clear out, I said, just strip everything else. It's a lot cheaper than
To be honest, it makes our life easy as well.
It's good. It's easy for us to visualise everything.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a lovely house, isn't it? We love doing houses like this, don't we?
Yeah.
Complete strip out, everything got to go.
Yeah. So everything's gone, more or less.
Yeah.
So this is Ramesses, our newest member of the team. He is, as you can see, a very big Rottweiler. And are you being a good boy today? Are you being a good boy? Tell the team what we do. We're interior designers, aren't we? And head of security as well. So this is Ramesses. Okay, good job. Okay, so today we're talking about all things colour and colour psychology. Now, when you're building a scheme for an interior design plan, it's really important to have colour and the mood of the room in mind. So the first thing to do when you're selecting your colour palettes is to firstly choose colours, of course, it sounds very obvious, but choose colours that you really enjoy and that are going to enhance your mood and enhance the room itself. So we're going to go through a few colours and talk about the impact that they have on our mood and colour psychology. Let's start with the colour red. So red, when it takes on quite an intense colour tone, is actually proven to raise a room's energy level. Now, there have been studies where the colour red has been proven to also raise your heart rate. So think about it as quite a powerful colour, and in a scheme it can become quite overpowering if you're using lots of different textures and lots of different tones of red. So we would advise sticking to one particular tone and either using that on a focal wall or pops of red throughout your scheme. And in areas such as hallways or even downstairs bathrooms or dining rooms, a regal red tone can work really nicely. But again, it has been proven to boost the energy in a room, so it's not a calming colour. So think about that. And then we move on to the colour yellow. So yellow, our first association is obviously sunshine and happiness. It really captures joy within a room. The only thing to consider with the colour yellow though is that it can again become very overpowering if you're using it in vast quantities. So we tend to take a neutral base, so use a neutral colour palette, and then just add pops of yellow to give that sense of joy instead of it becoming super overpowering. The next colour that we're going to talk about, and it's a very fashionable colour at the moment, is green. Of course, when we're talking about green, there are so many different shades on the spectrum, but it really is a restful colour. And I think after lockdown, after COVID, we were all spending so much time in our homes, and we really had that need for being outdoors, so biophilic design and plants and being connected to nature. And we're seeing a trend in the use of green in our homes now more than ever, because again, it's bringing the outside in and it provides the connection with nature and that biophilic element. So it's really nice when used in studies, even living rooms and bedrooms as well. So the right shade of green can work really nicely in any scheme. And then finally we move on to browns and greys. Now, there was definitely a trend in everything being grey, you know, very much all over Instagram, houses being painted grey top to bottom. So there was certainly a trend in that, and I think now we're edging, as I say, more towards the green palette, so very calming, very neutral. And also brown would also sit on that spectrum, so that encourages comfort and warmth and cocooning a space. And again, that neutral palette, bringing nature in. Don't be afraid to use neutral browns, and they do work really nicely with grey. Just quite important not to use grey too much because it has become quite dated with recent trends.
Let's go.
Well, mate. You on?
Yeah. Can you hear me, Nick?
I'm here.
There's Jack.
Hello, Nick. How you doing?
Hello, Jack. How are you?
Very good, thank you. You all right?
Did you get there safely?
Safe and sound. Bit wet on my walk to the office, but not too bad.
Do you know what? Because where I am here, the A3 is literally just 2 seconds away.
Yeah.
And when I get there, when I get in the A3, it was completely blocked. And I tried to do a little shortcut through, Butser Hill.
Yeah.
But it was just no good. So I just done a U-turn. It's fine now, but Zach's kindly said I can work from home. So cheers.
He's let you have the day off. Fair play. I come straight up the M3, mate. It wasn't too bad, to be honest.
Yeah.
Uncle, stay at home.
Uncle Nick.
Yeah. You young boys, you take care of it. Take care of it.
So Jack was called, seems like a sound bloke. I think.
Well, we don't know yet, mate.
I'm a sound bloke.
So I said to him, look, I said to Jack, obviously our interviews ain't like formal interviews where we're trying to be bullish in that. We just want to be open book We want to let you know what we're about, and then obviously you to bring your skill set. Jack mentioned about he's at uni at the moment.
Yeah.
He's doing a degree course. And I said to him that it's good that he carries on doing the degree course. So if he comes on board with us 4 days a week, and he can still carry on a day at university, because then that would bring up, and that way, because one thing is with me and Nick, we agree is we want more. There's no point you going and doing running projects and you ain't got a qualification.
No, of course.
So we want professionals.
And not only that, it looks good for the client. If you ever get in chatting to a client or potential investors,
Yeah.
And I would just say, carry on your education always.
I'm looking
whatever you've finished, go on to the next one, the next one, and the next one, and the next one. And then, because what we're looking to do, we're looking to bring on people who've got the drive and enthusiasm to manage their own department. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you could end up having your own area. Could be West London, it could be North London, it could be East London, wherever.
That sounds brilliant.
So like,
really good.
One thing we're both in agreement is that, look, it's important to get young people at the right time. For example, we do want experienced guys. Yeah, obviously, at your age, we know you're not going to be completely experienced, but we know that you're there for the next 20 years.
Yeah,
as long as you get looked up.
Yeah,
that's it's long term, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. And then I can learn your protocols,
the way you like to do things. Because what we're trying to get to is, I was explaining to Jack about, we're focusing on getting the developments. We've got quite a few good investors coming on board. We're looking at opportunities and obviously get these developments, and 1 or 2 of them will be potentially starting next year. Our own internal developments. And what I said to Jack is that it's very important, like say, for us to have those professionals when we're tendering for the bigger jobs. Like we've just nearly landed about £2 million project, £1.8 million project in Holland Park Road. There's a couple of £1 million Henley. These projects, 85-90%, they'll be getting signed up before end of the year.
Ready for next year?
Ready for next year. Yeah. So January, one of them probably can start. Probably Holland Park Road. Probably most likely will start probably end of the year. But worst case scenario, they're starting in the pipeline in January.
Yeah.
But when we go for the big jobs, it's important to have professionals on. When you do big tenders, you have to show your management team. Yeah. So it's important to show that we are employing professionals and supporting you going to uni.
Yeah, of course.
And you're doing your degree. So it shows the company is confident that we want professionals, because you can have a senior project managers who are trade background, but they're very different. They don't actually understand management team, corporate side. Yeah. True, they're good at getting the job done. They are bullish, but when you go to uni, college, you learn a bit of contract law.
I've done my contract law already.
Yeah. So construction. I done construction management with quantity surveying.
Yeah. That's exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah. So you do contract law. You'll understand a bit of like timekeeping,
management, surveying, management theories. How to deal with clients, exactly. Stakeholders, shareholders.
Exactly. Yeah. You do the site engineering stuff with the lights and all of that.
I didn't like that module.
Yeah.
So Jack, as Zach says, we've got in total, we've probably got about 10 jobs on the go.
Yeah.
We got 3 or 4 which are quite local to the office. We got one in Hammersmith, which is a terraced house, loft conversion, kitchen extension, full refurb. It's literally just coming up to first fix now, Zach, would you say?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And then we've got one in Alfredton Lane, which is in Wimbledon, kitchen extension, full refurb of a house, again, coming up to first fix. And then we've got one in Westfields Avenue in Barnes, just got planning last week, going to be starting maybe before Christmas. Strip out's already happened. That is a kitchen extension, loft conversion, full refurb. And then we've got one in Farmley, which is in North London. These ones which I'm talking to you about, they're all virtually the same. They're all like copy and paste. Kitchen extensions, loft conversions, mansards, pod rooms, full refurbs. At the moment, they are run pretty poorly through health and safety, project management, welfare, cleanliness, tidiness. I've bollocked everyone, Zach's bollocked everyone. We need to reset and go back to basics. get the health and safety boards up, get the health and safety signs up, make sure all the boys who are on site have PPE, make sure there's discipline, make sure there's welfare rooms, make sure there's running water so the boy, because if we get a visit from HSE, we're going to get a £5,000 fine just for not having hot water.
But not only that, you get a reportable incident as well.
Exactly. So it's super important from day one when you come on board. You rule with an iron fist. I don't care how hard you've got to go, because you're representing me and Zach. So you've got a license to come down hard. And if the boys aren't performing, you tell, because anything to do with the construction side, I'm out of the loop. I only come in when the shit's hit the fan. I don't want to get involved, because my skill set is getting the phones ringing. I'll get the phones ringing. Zach will win the jobs commercially, and then we need our management team to run the jobs. So at the moment, we've got 2 project managers. We've got one for Ravine Way, which is a 2,500 square foot dentist in Battersea underneath the Sky Pool. This is outside of my comfort zone, but Zach's done commercial projects before. The project value is about 550. It's going to probably go up to about 650. It's difficult for us because we're funding everything. When we're saying we're funding, we've got the joinery packages are like 100 grand. Everything's 100,000. So we're hemorrhaging money like it's going out of fashion, but we then got to claw it back on the valuations. So luckily, on most of our jobs, we're dealing with end users, Mr. and Mrs. Jones in Fulham, Chelsea, Putney, Barnes, which cash flow is good because every month or every 14 days, we can put a valuation in and they pay it quickly. Bang, cash flow is good. So there's no reason why these jobs, what we've got on the go, which I want you to look at, we can't turn them around really quickly. So within 1 or 2 weeks, all the sites are clean, all the sites are tidy, all the welfare rooms are up, all the health and safety signs, all the CDM, everything needs to be done. So when I walk in, we want to see all the hard hats lined up, all the high vis lined up, all the eye washes, all the first aid kits, everything there, all the signing in books. So if anyone walks in, first impressions are good.
Yeah, of course.
We don't have clients to take them around the sites because we're getting let down by our trades. So at the end of the day, it'd be good. Like you look good.
Yeah.
You know, he looks good. He doesn't look like someone you can mess about with, to be honest, either.
That's what you want.
That's what you want. You get it. And that's a good thing. And obviously, it's very, very important that we can get these sites in order.
Yeah.
We can get you on board. And you know what? Long term, if you thought about short term, you're not really going to get anywhere.
Nah.
If you thought, okay, today I've come here, I want this amount of money and I just want to do this job, you're not going to. Me and Nick are thinking about the next 10 years.
100%.
You know, because look, at the end of the day, it's a good opportunity. Nick's probably only got another 5 years in him.
Listen, if we can get where we want to go in 5 years, I will hand everything over to you boys and the team and my daughter to run. I don't give a monkeys.
I'd love to be part of that growth.
That's what we want to achieve, yeah. So,
and Jack, so again, if you want to bring in, I've got no problem of you bringing in, i.e. Connor to help, right? Yeah. As long as it works out commercially for Zach and the numbers. So you can bring in your own boys. So if any boys from Pompey or Fareham or Leonstown or anyone who wants to join, I've tried it before. It didn't really go well because the boys don't like travelling, do they? They get a bit lazy. It's all right to start off with, and then you get problems.
Yeah, of course. Definitely. But the option's there if you ever need anyone at the drop of a hat, Nick, or you're ever under a bit of pressure, then the option's there because I know so many tradesmen, mate.
Well, listen, if we can build up an A team from Portsmouth, no problem. You know, Connor is dying to come and do stuff for us.
Yeah.
So you've actually jumped over Connor now, right?
I have.
If there's an opportunity for you to come on board with us, could start next week, right?
Yeah.
To hit the ground running. And then, because we need boys to finish all of these jobs I'm talking about, there's things Connor can do on all of them.
Of course. Yeah.
Packages. Zach will package out the different items. He will give it to you, and then you go out to tender 3 or 4 boys.
I'm excited. I'm excited about this opportunity. It sounds absolutely perfect.
Yeah. Look, We need to make a construction as simple as possible.
Yeah.
If it's simple, it gets done properly.
Yeah, of course.
When construction gets complicated, you bring your own ideas and say, I think we should do this here.
Because we want you to bring your own ideas. Yeah. I don't want you to be zipped up and nervous to say something. I want you to be a leader. Treat this business as if this is your business.
Yeah.
You're the entrepreneur, right?
Yeah.
That go and do it. What we all need to do, and then we need to. We're all, for us to get fed. Me, Zach, we got to go out there and we got to kill the prey. We got to land the job, and we got to bring the money home to feed the family.
Yeah.
And we want everyone to have that mindset. So I want even you, if you've got ways on your network to get us more work, because the more work we get, the better. It could be in Pompey. Someone can say, or Southampton or Fareham. Someone may have 10, 15, 20 units they want built out. We want to go on the tender list.
Yeah.
We want to get on every single tender list. Even though we might not win it, or we might just turn it down, we want to be one of those people.
Yeah.
So that's another way you can add value to the new as well, by bringing work to the table.
Yeah, of course. Like you say, you could treat it like mine. You could really get the name out there. I could promote for you guys. You can buy the magnetic strips. When I'm cutting about London from job to job, obviously in a particular area you put me in, I can get some strips of new projects, stick them straight on the side of my car. It's an extra. We got
some vans coming. So in January, we got brand new vans coming. So you will have a new van, black, with sign written NU.
So we'll get your van that's more. Like more, not those big trans.
I would say I would maybe even have maybe a pickup as well, because I think it's really good to have a project manager with a pickup, because if he's driving around from A to B, he could physically get boards in there and his hands on. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, because
I would get like a pickup. What Jube's getting, get one of those.
Yeah.
£300, £350 a month, brand new, fucking whatever it is.
Yeah, that'd be brilliant. That sounds good. Definitely, that's a great bit of advertising.
At the moment, what you got at the moment? What motor you got?
I've got a 68 plate MG ZS. So it's like the new Chinese MGs. It's just a little family car. So it's new. It's not great, but
they're not bad cars though.
It's not bad, mate. It's the sensible option.
Obviously, and we want to find a vehicle which is quite economical as well.
Yeah,
because if you're going to be going, I've got a Tesla, right? So luckily my fuel bill is zero now. But when I had my Range, I was doing 35 quid a day, just a waste of money.
It's mental. It's gone
up. We need to find a vehicle which is economic. We don't, because we'd be paying the travel as well, and we don't want to be paying 180 quid a week just to get you up. It's just a waste of time and a waste of money.
Of course, yeah.
But it cost me to get from where. £1,000 a month, fuel at £1,100.
Oh.
So So it's a lot of money, and that goes expense on the business to get it. So look, I'm confident Jack is going to be good for us. Obviously,
I just think we should go straight in with Jack. Give him a 6-month probationary period, right?
Yeah.
Right, and then after 6 months, we can renegotiate your package.
Yeah.
Within 6 months, all these jobs we're talking about here would have been done and dusted, finished. And you would have then probably stepped up to the next level anyway and doing one of these big projects.
Yeah.
And then, just building your infrastructure, building your team of labourers, subbies, your supply chain.
Yeah.
You got your own laptop, got your own computer and all that.
Yeah.
Just getting everything set up. I've got some clothing down. I've got a nice black waterproof jacket down there. I've got everything to get you started, basically.
Brilliant. Really good.
Perfect. Yeah. So I'll have a chat with
have a chat. Talk about sort of packages or starting things just to get you up and running, and then Jack, give me a call later on.
Okay, Nick. That sounds good.
Yeah.
All right.
Brilliant.
I'll see you later, Nick.
All right. See you in a bit.
See you later, mate.
Zoom call done. Now, as I'm at home, I thought I'd take my little cockapoo out, and this is Binky. She's 6 years old, and she loves Daddy being at home, and she won't leave my side. So why not take her out have a nice walk. Sun's out, she's happy, I'm happy, and gonna switch off now and enjoy the weekend. Before I forget, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like, share, and we'll see you all soon. Thank you. Let's go.